fiber optic power right to your door. That's why it can deliver the fastest internet in the nation, plus unlimited internet usage. Don't miss your chance to get this incredible deal. Visit Verizon.com/hot price today for America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet. Verizon Fios.
The police were watching him, and they ran into my home, found the gun, and because it's my home, they arrested me too.
And so what happened?
They put me in Rikers Island. They put me in Rikers Island for 2 months.
This is the plaintiff, Joseph Labasco. He says he and the defendant dated for several months, and after they split up, she called him asking for help because she got arrested. While she was dealing with her incarceration, he took care of her house, her dogs, and even her rent. Once she got out, she kept saying she'd pay him back, and obviously hasn't, because here they are, in court. He's suing for the $4,108.75 he is owed. This is the defendant, Mabel Aponte. She says the plaintiff became obsessed with her, even proposed to her with a ring and everything. She did get arrested by mistake, was eventually released, and when she returned to her house, it was cleaned out. He took everything, including 100 pairs of jeans, her jewelry, and a piggy bank with $2,790 in it. Owe him money. Ha! She's accused of leaving an ex in debt. The defendant's father countersued for $5,000 for the missing piggy bank and a wedding band.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Joseph Labasco?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are suing your former girlfriend, Mabel Aponte, for $4,108.75 that you say she owes you, that you fronted for her while she was in jail. You have a counterclaim against him for $5 grand. You say you're out much more than that for money you say, and jewelry you say he stole from you. Okay, let the games begin. What's going on? How do you two know each other?
Well, we met approximately 14 months, Your Honor, before this incident took place, and we had broken up. We were broken up apparently 8 months after that, and received a phone call from Mr. Ponte.
Wait, how long did you date?
About 14 months.
You dated 14 months, and
Yeah.
then you're broken up for 8, and
Correct.
then you receive a phone call from her.
Correct.
Saying what?
That she was arrested, that she had let somebody who was homeless stay in her home. Unbeknownst to her, they were dealing drugs, and her home was raided, and she was in Rikers Island, and...
How much drugs?
That's not true what he's saying.
Were you arrested?
Yes.
Were you arrested for drugs?
No.
What were you arrested for?
Possession of a gun in my home.
Was there a firearm in your home?
Yes.
Okay, whose firearm was it?
Okay. I have a lifelong friend that also works. We're all a group. We do like construction, all together. We're all from the same neighborhood. And this friend of ours smokes crack. He went to jail. He went to a rehab. He got out. He was on parole. When you get paroled, you need a address. So I allowed him to stay at my home. In the interim, he started
Your
using...
children?
No.
Okay.
In the interim, he started using drugs. I was having surgeries on my leg, and I needed him to walk my dogs. That was the agreement. I let him come to my home. He put a gun in my home. The police were watching him, and they ran into my home, found the gun, and because it's my home, they arrested me too.
And so what happened?
They put me in Rikers Island. They put me in Rikers Island for 2 months.
2 months you
2
spent in
months,
Rikers
they put
Island.
me
What
in
ended up
Rikers
happening
Island.
with the case?
I pled to it.
All right, now, the reason why we're here today is because according to you, she asked you to spend some money to keep her home and dogs going, and she won't pay you that money now. You tell me your version of things.
Yeah, basically, Your Honor, she had 2 6-month-old puppies. She had an individual that she thought was taking care of them, feeding them, watering them, walking them. And in order to pay him, she was using a car that was registered under my name.
She was using a what?
She was using a car. He was using a car that I allowed her to register under my name because
Why
she
did you
had
allow
no
her to
license.
register a car under your name?
I'll explain that. She had no license at the time. to
What?
get
So,
insurance.
which only makes it worse. Is that by way of explanation?
What do you mean?
I mean that I wouldn't let anybody register a car under my name because
Right.
if they get into a car accident,
I
I'm
know.
on the hook. But
Exactly.
I most definitely wouldn't let somebody who doesn't have a license register a car under my name because that person shouldn't even be driving.
I overlooked a lot
Why?
because I cared for her.
Was the breakup her choice or yours?
I think it was hers.
Was it your choice or his?
Mine.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Okay.
She didn't tell me that at the time, but I think it was hers.
All right. So
Yeah.
tell me what. Well,
Okay,
don't you
so
know
now-
who breaks up
so
a
I
roof?
go-
That's kind of obvious.
So
who broke
I
up a
go
roof.
and I acquire the keys, and I go into the house and I find the dogs locked in a room in the middle of the summer, 100-degree heat, no food, no water. I take them out, I feed them, I water them. And the house
Give
has
them water. They're not plants. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The house has a dog that's screaming throughout the whole house because the
Dog has
individual.
swimming everywhere. Okay.
Yeah,
and
because-
who are the people you have with you here today?
These are two of my friends, and my friend here witnessed him doing
Is that
all
the
this.
dog walker?
No.
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 Okay. And what about the other fellow? That's not the dog walker either.
No.
All right. So go on. We'll be with you in a second. Go ahead.
In the meantime, I get a woman to clean the place because looked like a tornado hit it. So I paid a woman $200 to clean the place.
Who was that? Your housekeeper?
Yeah.
The person who comes normally?
For the last 20 years.
So how did you get her name?
No, that's not true. I introduced that person to her. She never
Okay,
knew
that's
who
fine.
she
So
was.
you call
That's
a
not
person
true.
who normally does the cleaning there, and you have her come over.
Exactly. And I have a note. I have a note written on from her.
I have a question. Yeah, that
Yeah.
says that you paid her $200 to
Right.
clean the place. Now I have a question for you. Were you talking with her regularly
Daily.
in jail?
Yeah.
Okay, and so did you tell her, hey, I'm going to bring somebody in to clean the place? It's a
Of
pigsty.
course. I told
And-
her everything I was
and What
doing.
did she say?
She says, "Great."
Okay, so you bring that person in, they clean. That cost you $200. Go on.
Right. The woman wouldn't clean the house while the dogs were there.
Why not?
She was afraid of it.
Afraid of the two little
Two pit
6-month-old
bulls.
puppies?
Not the two pit
Oh, the
bulls.
pit bulls.
4 months. 4
No,
months
yeah, but I
old.
don't care.
They were
The pit
big.
bulls?
Yes.
Okay, there are people who don't want pit bulls around them, and that's that.
Right.
Okay.
I take the dogs and I put them in a kennel.
For how many days?
5 days.
Well, what? She needs 5 days to clean. What kind of housekeeper
Well,
is this? You
they
gotta get
needed
another
shots.
housekeeper.
They needed shots. They needed their nails clipped. They needed to be washed.
Okay.
Okay, so I did that. And
How
I
much
take
did that cost you?
$440.
And that, are you saying that she approved that as well?
She knew about it.
Did you
Then
ever
she-
say to her, I expect you to pay me after this, or it was
Oh,
implicit?
yeah, absolutely.
But was it implicit? Because, why would you take on this expense?
She asked me to pay her rent. I paid the rent. 1975. I don't want to see her get evicted. Okay?
Okay.
Now, she said
How
to
did
me,
you pay the $1975?
cash, I have a receipt.
Did you pay it with your cash?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
She said she would reimburse me when she was released.
Okay,
Okay, turns out after 40 days, she gets probation. She's released.
right.
All right. So she seemed very grateful the first day or so, and then when I started asking for, her to pay me back, she told me that she couldn't get into a safe deposit box because she lost the key. A week went by, nothing. So now, her jewelry. She asked me to locate her jewelry.
Wait, isn't she out already?
No, this is what she
Oh,
said.
while she's in, so you're
Right.
backtracking.
Right. It takes me 2-3 days to recover everything. Okay.
And she asked you to do what with the jewelry?
She asked me to give it to this gentleman over here. Prior to that, she had this individual supposed to be walking the dogs. She told
Oh,
the
that
individual.
according to you, that is the guy who's walking the dogs?
No, not him.
Okay, some other guy.
He's not here.
Okay.
She told him to go get some of her jewelry and use it to pay for dog food, to pay for tolls, gas. It turns out she told him to pawn it. It turns out he sold it, as far as her counterclaim.
Because she's suing you because she says that a wedding band is missing.
Right.
She also says that money that was in a piggy bank is missing.
Right. He knows that wasn't there before I even entered the picture. That was gone. Then we have them out of the tickets.
Okay, now there are 5 tickets. Give me evidence of the tickets, not evidence you
got
paid
it right
the money.
here.
No, listen. The only
What?
thing you gave me was evidence that you paid tickets. I need to see when those tickets were issued, the dates on them and stuff. There's a bunch of other paperwork that came
All
to
right,
you
let me look.
as the person whose house it's registered to. And while you're looking for that, let me talk to you. You're in custody at Rikers Island for 2 months. You come out. You're all grateful to him.
No.
And then what?
No,
You're not
no,
grateful.
No.
Why aren't you grateful?
If I may backtrack, I
Sure.
broke up with him because he started getting nuts. started getting really, I want to stay with you, I want to move in, I want keys to your house, all of this. I broke up with him. For 7 consecutive months, I got videotape of him doing this. I'm going to kill you, I'm going to murder you. Everything under the sun. For 7 months, to this day, he's still doing it. Under my window, screaming one day,
Under your
crying.
window, what?
Huh?
Screaming?
Yeah, under my, my window.
Did you
where
ever
I
get a
live.
restraining order?
No, I did not.
Why not?
It never happened.
Wait, stop. Why not?
I'm a single woman alone in New York, and I've dealt with men like him all my life. I'm not gonna let nobody hurt me.
Okay.
So anyway, I got rid of him. He wouldn't leave me alone. I got the tape and everything so you can hear it. Now I get arrested, and I live in a small town in Staten Island. I call my house 2 days later to find out what's going on with the dogs, to let my friend in to take care of everything. No, there's nobody to be found. He's there telling him to take my safe to his house for safekeeping. Next thing you know, the safe is open. 2 days me getting arrested, he's at the jeweler's getting my diamonds and stuff appraised. Then he says,
But did you ask him to get the jewelry over to your friend?
No, I asked my
That's a
friend to come over.
Listen, I'm not going to tell you again not to interrupt. If you can't do it, then you're going to
Okay,
get out of my
go ahead.
courtroom. Go ahead.
I asked my
I'll be able to
friend,
respond though.
I told him, this man is in my house again. My
How did he
friend
get in,
lives
though?
over there.
How
Huh?
did he get in?
Thank you.
My dog walker was there.
Sit down. Sit down. Because maybe if you sit down, you'll stop doing what you're doing. It's really annoying.
Like a good dog, he sits. The testimony continues.
Who keeps $4,000 in cash in a pig? Because you know the kind of people who keep that much cash in the house are usually drug dealers.
No, it's in a
Yeah, no, really. I was a prosecutor for a long time. It's usually illicit money that you don't want to show somewhere else.